Okay, YouTube. I'm gonna have a hell of a time trying to upload some other videos that I have from the past few weeks. I didn't do a video this weekend for the previous week, so I figured I'd go ahead and do a quick status update and let you know a few things here for a couple minutes. Um, and I got to do some editing on the other video clips, and then I got one that's like, I just killed all this time trying to upload this clip. I didn't know if it would get rejected or not, but it did. It was too long, so I got to do a little bit of editing on it anyway. Then figure out how to put it up. Um, I just practiced for, I don't know, about an hour and 45 minutes altogether on the harmonica today, but I didn't practice at all this weekend. My wife and I went to the rodeo on Saturday, and yesterday worked out in my yard doing stuff, and after that I was just wore out and I didn't feel like practicing or playing anything. So I practiced for about an hour and 45 minutes today. A breathing exercise with the harmonica and a metronome. Practiced this C major scale a little bit. I did some freestyle kind of jamming to some background tracks. Um, I just played around with different stuff, trying to develop the speed. I did the chugging exercise for about 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes, trying to develop speed and work on my tongue training and strength and whatnot. Um, Played some other songs. So I got in a pretty good practice session today, considering I didn't do any practicing over the weekend with the harmonica. Um, I kind of reached a crossroads last week where I didn't feel like practicing a whole lot. I have practiced with this instrument. It's been just over 6 weeks since I started playing it. 6 weeks Saturday, 6 weeks Friday that I got the harmonica. I started practicing up 6 weeks ago Saturday. It's Monday, February what? February 20th? Yes, yes. Um, so anyway, and I've kind of reached a point where I think I've got the mechanics down. I can do single notes. I can blow chords. I can do scales and the blowing and the drawing and the bending and the mechanics. I've got it. And I kind of reached a point where the instructional videos that I was watching weren't showing me anything else that I didn't already know. Some of the stuff that I tried to look up, and I still kind of am, because I only kind of piecemeal looked last week, so I need to get back into it this week. Today's session was a good start, so to get me motivated back in it and whatnot to do it again. But trying to look up like intermediate harmonica information, and some of that stuff was looking like it was helpful, so that's an avenue I need to approach. Um, and listened to the music choice channel on the radio. I recorded a bunch of blues songs that had harmonica in it. I wrote those down in a little notebook, and I'll look those up over the upcoming weeks, and I'll start practicing and maybe learning to play those, because those have some pretty good things in there that I think that I can listen to teach me, and so I'll learn to do other stuff and progress with my playing. I'm not going to do any playing on the video today. After an hour and 45 minutes, and not practicing for 2 days, I'm kind of wore out from it, because I was blowing pretty good there for that time, and when I was doing the kind of freestyle jam session or whatever with the background tracks, I got up out of the chair and I was kind of standing and walking around trying to, do that kind of stuff, and still having an issue with the hand placement. I mean, I know how to do it, but I'm kind of having issues with when, but that'll come with practice, and I've just got to be a little bit more conscious when I'm thinking about that kind of stuff. Anyway, the practicing and playing is progressing. I am learning, and I can do tons of stuff that I couldn't do just a couple weeks ago. So if you're watching this and you're following along, say, hey, I'm just learning how to do this too and everything. I'm venting my frustrations because I feel like I did hit a wall there. And I didn't. I don't feel like I hit a wall. I did hit a wall, but I figured out some ways to do it, and it's just a matter of getting past that kind of frustration and getting back into practicing and following some other avenues and other leads and trying a few different things and whatnot. Now it's really just a matter of playing and practice, I think, is probably the biggest thing, and learning maybe a few songs to memorize. But really, I'm more interested in getting down the mechanics still of learning how to chug and the tongue enunciation and the bends, incorporating bends into riffs and stuff like that, kind of more seamlessly and at better times. I can do it now, basic stuff, but I want to get past that, and I want to be able to practice something other than just songs. But maybe that's something that I'm missing too, because some of the songs, that's why I wrote some of those down, and I'll look some of those up. Maybe that's what I need to do a little bit, at least a little bit of, because maybe that will help to teach me those things that I'm missing or that I want to do. Because I'll listen, to the players, the musicians do it, and I'll mess around with it on the harmonica, and I'll figure it out, by myself, kind of thing, and listening to it, and it's kind of what I did with the bending, which you'll see in another video if I ever get those other ones loaded up. So just kind of, it's a matter of motivation and staying and motivated to practice every day, and just trying different things to keep that practice fresh and not make it seem like so much like work or whatever, because I don't want it to be work. I want it to be fun. And I think that's something else too that I was getting into. I allowed myself to get into a kind of a regimented. I mean, I didn't have a set time to practice and nothing like that, but I was like, I got to practice today. I got to practice today, and I got to practice today. What am I going to do, kind of thing. And I think I just kind of got a little tired of that. So be wary of that if you're following along with me, or you're just learning yourself and you're starting to get a little frustrated. Just keep that kind of stuff in mind. Just try to stay motivated. Try to do things to spice your practice sessions up. Do things that are a little different. Approach different avenues. Because ultimately, there's only so much that you're going to learn from a book or from a video or stuff on the internet. Sooner or later, you're just going to have to jump in and do it and learn it by doing it. And I think that's probably what my biggest problem is right now. I just got to do it. So hopefully next time I do a video update in a week or so, I'll do a little playing. Hopefully I've got some stuff ironed out, worked out. And if you watch the next one with the playing from my last play videos that you'll definitely see an improvement there, which is good. So the things are progressing. Just going a little slower right now. I just got to get motivated. Past week's been a little rough, but I think I'm over that hump. So get a fresh start, and see you next week.